It's time for the preseason rundown. Everything you can expect for 2023. We're going to go through the whole thing. All right, let's start. This is for YouTube as well. Hey, YouTube. Welcome to my preseason preview rundown. We're live on Twitch right now. Twitch.tv/Caedrel. You can check out the live streams. Don't forget to subscribe and watch the video. Preseason 2023 changes will begin hitting the PvE tomorrow. Before they're out, we want to talk you through all the changes. Housekeeping note, things will be pretty early state when you first see them, so expect changes, things like icons, item name, effect names, visual sound effects, stat values, and more to update as we continue to test these features. Okay, sounds good. The Chemtech Drake is back. That's a really cool graphic, actually. Chemtech Drake will now grant a small amount of tenacity and heal shield strength when slain. Pog, let's go, man. Oh my god. Chemtech's soul will grant bonus damage when below a certain amount of health. Shield and heal strength. Jesus Christ. Alongside the Chemtech Drake, there's no numbers or anything here, right? So there's not much we can go into, but you'll get more damage the lower HP you are, and you'll get more tenacity and heal shield strength when you get dragon stacks. Alongside the Chemtech Drake, the Rift will take on a new Chemtech-inspired appearance. Zornite chemicals. Blast cones will now blast those in range twice as far. The honey fruits will be upgraded to stim fruits, no longer slowing champions to consume them and granting a small bonus shield in addition to the usual heal. Scryer's bloom will upgrade into Stalker's bloom. When hit, these plants will now reveal a small circular area around the plant and a cone opposite the direction it was hit, granting movement speed towards revealed enemy champions, reducing its wards revealed to 1 health. So TLDR, the Chemtech Dragon is now giving heal, shield, strength, and tenacity on stacks. The soul is priced obvious. The more damage, the lower HP you are, the more damage you do. It gives you bonus damage when you're below a certain health threshold. The blast cones shoot you twice as far. So the one on blue buff, if you think of blue side right now, the one on blue buff, if you hit it, you can actually fly to mid tower. I've seen it. The honey fruits are stronger in the scry. Basically, all the plants are stronger on the map. Jungle. Oh my god, man. What is this? Jungle improvements. Choose your starter Pokemon. Is it Charmander? Is it Squirtle? Is it Bulbasaur? Choose your starter. Looks like Vaporeon, man. The jungle is a dangerous place, and it's a dangerous place to go alone. So take one of these jungle pets by purchasing them in the in-game shop as an egg. These pets will acquire treats through monster kills, and slowly over time as the game progresses, they will evolve. Once they're evolved, the pets will give their owners avatar buffs, which will empower them with different abilities. The Noxian Ember Cat will be the choice for junglers looking to play more aggressively. It will provide slows and bonus damage. The Ixtali Ixamander. This jungle pet is perfect for junglers looking to frontline and tank for their teams. It will provide a shield based on your health that provides bonus slow resist and tenacity when it's broken. The Ionian Cloud Leaper. This jungle pet will be great for junglers looking to rotate and move around the map quickly. It will provide bonus movement speed. You know what? I'm here for it. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens, right? Worst case, everyone hates it, and they revert it back to smites, or whatever the fuck they're exchanging it for. It looks cool, but it looks fucking stupid at the same time, so I'm not really sure what to think about it. Because I can't focus if there's a pet. I can't move my... Stop going down. I don't know. If this fucking rat's gonna follow me. This rat's gonna follow me around the jungle. Every monster kill you get, they'll slowly get stronger, so you'll power farm to evolve it by the sound of it, right? Interesting. So you've got aggressive ones for slows and damage, health ones for tanks, and move speed ones. The leashing range indicators. In an effort to make the jungle more welcoming with players in the unfamiliar to the role, we'll be adding visual leashing indicators that will show how far camps can be pulled before their patience starts diminishing. We're also decreasing the distance camps can be pulled, so no more having to... Why? Why do they do this? So basically what they're doing is they're making it so you have indicators to show you how far you can pull out the jungle camp, and you can't pull it out as far. So what this does is it rewards people who are worse at jungle, and it reduces jungle clear speed skill from leashing, which I think is bad. Because... Stop it. Why does it do this? It does this. Stop scrolling down. I think being able to leash your blue buff to its min patience to then start Grump, or with Fiddlesticks Wolves to blue, or Raptors to red, this is jungle skill. This is about the peak jungling you can get in your PvE. This is kind of one of those things where you used to not be able to see jungle spawn timers on the map, but then they put it in to make it easier for jungles. You used to not be able to ping summoner spells. You had to time it on the dot, but then they put this in to make it easier. This will be great for newer players, sure. But it just removes the skill of being a good jungler, which is what I dislike. So I'm not a huge fan of this. I don't like this that much. I feel like they're making the game too easy for people. And I get that they probably need more players to increase the player base, but at least allow there to be a middle ground where you can reward junglers for being good at kiting camps rather than just remove it entirely. Now, I'm not sure how much they've removed it because all they're saying is they've reduced the distance that the camps can be pulled. So maybe there's still a little bit of it, but I'm not a fan of this change. Recommended jungle paths. In addition to make the jungle more accessible and recommended jungle paths for everyone. Wait. Another addition we have to help make jungle more accessible are recommended jungle paths. These first clear paths were determined by gathering data from high-skill junglers on their mastery champs across the globe. Pathing recommendations are based on which... That's fine. If they want to add for players, if they can toggle an option with help me with my jungle pathing, and they'll give you like... You're in game and it's like, this is what Tarzan did on Sejuani. Sure. Like, good junglers won't read it. If you're a bad jungler and you don't jungle often and you're low elo, fine. I don't have any problem with that. That's actually pretty nice. I think that's a good addition. It's one of those things where it's a quality of life thing that doesn't get in the way of good players, but it helps bad players, which is great. I think that's always really good. But this hinders good players and promotes bad players, which I think is bad. So as long as it's something that you can turn off, which I presume it is, then it's fine. Anyone from like gold upwards, I'm sure, can just turn that off and just do whatever the fuck they want. Maybe platinum. But anyone below, if it helps the low elos, perfect. It's in the image. Yeah, I see it. I just hope you can turn it off. I hope you can turn it off. So what it's basically saying is you start here, you go here, 4, 5, 6. The only problem is, I mean, it's fine. It's for lower elos, right? It's fine. I think it's a fine thing. Just let us be able to turn it off. The one thing I will say is this might lead junglers to get people who are off-roll to just be even worse at jungling, because what they'll do is they'll just follow a fucking system rather than like, you know, you do use three camps looking mid and ganking mid or something, you know. I would rather it had something in the game where you have this, yes, but also there's like some system that tells you that a lane is low or needs help. And I know you have pings for that, but like some kind of vocal system in this tutorial or some kind of like red thing that appears on your minimap saying this lane's in trouble or something, you know? I don't know, something... Maybe that's too much, but that could be a next step in the next couple of years. Something to like help these newbies be able to just stop fucking defaulting to full clearing and basing and full clearing and basing and doing nothing. Anyway, small rant. Everything. Never mind. Communication tools. Updated ping wheel. League is a team game at its core. Basically, they've added more pings. So what they've done is they've got 8 pings on the wheel. Retreat, on my way, assist me, enemy missing, push, all in, hold bait. Sure, cool. That's good. Adding more pings is always good. Because now you can ping your jungler to actually do things that they're not griefing. New vision pings. We're also adding an entirely new ping wheel that focuses primarily on vision. Using this wheel, you can now indicate the following. Vision is cleared, enemy vision, need vision. Objective voting. Getting your team on board with taking objectives can be difficult. Having everyone ping on my way if they can contest or retreat. If they can't. This is actually pretty good. It looks a bit weird to begin with, but if you're a jungler finishing your red and you can do an Infernal Drake vote, what you could do as a mid laner if you need to base is you just press give, right? Or if you're a bot lane that needs to base and you actually took a bad trade, you just press give. So I think it's good. It might be a little bit distracting and like something to adjust to. What they've done is they've basically done a WoW ready check where it's like, are you ready for the raid? Meet pool. Fair enough. You know what I think could solve all of these problems? What could solve this? What could solve this? What could solve this? What could solve everything? Voice chat could solve the whole fucking thing. But anyway, there's a lot of downsides to voice chat as well, and I accept that. But at least they're fine. At least they're trying. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like that. The only issue I have is this feels like a thing that people are going to troll with. Like, you're down 5k gold. People are just going to pop this up on purpose. And your jungler's still going to go to it and die. But it's nice. It's another form of communication, right? The last communication change we have for you is a small quality of life update which will notify which direction off-screen ping came from by displaying it on the edge of your screen. Enemy missing pings will now show on your screen regardless of where they are pinged on the map, while retreat, on my way, assist, hold, all in and push pings will only display it within 3,000 units. Cool. That's just another... That's important, because a lot of the times when you ping your lanes missing, or that someone danger, now, I think I'm understanding it correctly, people won't see the minimap or they won't hear it. But if it's actually on their screen physically and it pops up, that's good. So far, I think really good. Not really sold on this. And it's one of those things where it's like, when the blast cones came out, I was kind of like, what the fuck is this? But then I got used to it, so maybe I get used to this. Not a huge fan of this. So far, pretty good. Pretty good. I think this is helping a lot in terms of communication in solo queue, which is good. There's nothing like egregiously like what the fuck so far, which is actually kind of interesting for a preseason update. Normally you get that one thing where you're like, fuck me, what the hell is that? And I think so far it's the fucking jungle pets, because that shit's just whack. Vision system updates, allied ward tracking. While there are no current ways to see how many wards you have out, there isn't a quick way to check which wards are closest to expiring other than manually looking at every ward placed. True. We're introducing new ward visuals on the minimap. They'll indicate when wards are close to expiring. Nice, that's really good. That's really good for support and stuff. That's really good. It can be hard to keep track of every single ward that gets placed on the map, and even harder to successfully communicate that information to your teammates. Now, if you ping an enemy ward that you saw placed within the last 10 seconds, a perfectly accurate ward time will appear until the ward is removed or expires. Great. That's really good. That's really cool. That's cool. I think a lot of these things are great system updates. I think a lot of them you might be like unsure of, but as you get used to them, it'll feel more natural, I think. So this is actually pretty cool. Loadout and ability recommendations. Recommended rune page and summoner spells. Another change we're excited to introduce are optimal recommended rune page and summoner spells in champ select. Once you lock in a champion, you'll see a recommended runes button to your left. Cool. I mean, sure. Basically what they're doing is being able to give you setups to use to fine-tune your off rolls or your main rolls, whatever. But I think a lot of people use like third-party apps for this anyway, so I don't think no one will really care about this. Like telling them what abilities to level up, summoner spells, rune pages. A lot of people will use third-party apps for this anyway. Even I use third-party apps sometimes too, so it's not like a big deal. It's cool though. Top lane changes. We'll also be making some adjustments to help top laners scale faster and hit those key item level breakpoints. Solo lanes will now receive a 95% experience multiplier, so they've got a 2% experience multiplier. Duo lanes will now receive a 22%. Yeah! Yeah! Fuck you, bot lane! Yes! Let's go, top lane! So, solo lanes will level up 2% faster, and bot lanes will level up, or not level up, get experience roughly around 3% less. Mid lane gold changes. All minions spawn mid lane will now be worth 1 less gold before 14 minutes. Yeah. Fuck you! Yes! This is a big buff to top lane. Nice. This is great. This is great. Yeah, fuck bot lane. So I think what they're trying to do here is make it so top laners can get to 6 faster, can level up faster, can side lane faster. Duo lanes don't get as much experience on bot waves and on mid wave in the mid game. So bot lanes will be obviously lower XP, solo lanes will be higher XP. In mid lane, I think they're trying to ramp down. See now, they're ramping down the gold by 1. I don't think that changes too much in mid. How much do you lose? 6 gold a wave? How much are they reducing cannon? I don't know the math, but if it's 6 gold a wave, I mean, it's not... Is it that bad? You lose 100 gold and 100 CS. So yeah, you're 300 CS, you lose 300 gold. Is it... Do you notice it? Is that something you would ever notice? It's just a tiny hit to their mid lane income. I don't think it's... I mean, you will notice it, right? But it's not like... Oh yeah, it's only till 14 minutes anyway. What am I saying? It doesn't matter that much. Doesn't matter that much. To be honest, what this changes actually, in the first 14 minutes, you have what, 140 CS? So you're minus 140 gold. So you just basically don't buy 2 pink wards and just don't ward. Profit. Job done.
Cheer, would the duo lane experience also affect when jungler is sharing XP on lane?
I don't know, the wording doesn't say. It just says solo lane experience. I don't know what the definition of that is. I don't know if that the definition is the solo lanes in the game experience. I don't know if that's a lane physically solo taking experience. I don't know if that's jungler taking top lane on a side wave if they get the 95. I don't know what the definition is. I think the definition is when it says solo lane experience is it's just basically saying mid and top. That's it, no matter what. Mid and top will receive 95% experience multiplier if they're alone. I guess that's what they're doing. I don't know if that's... Wrong, but I can't tell by the wording. That's my guess. Anyway. New and updated items. We're introducing 12 new updated items in this preseason. As a disclaimer, please know that item stats, effects, and even names are subject to change.
Yo, man,
oh, baby.
Thanks for keeping me company during the pandemic. Gonna graduate this month, and it's also thanks to you.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad. Good luck. Go smash it, bro, on the graduation. Icathius Endurance. 400 health, 30 armor, 30 magic haste, 20 ability haste. Tank item. Voidborn Resilience. For each second in champion combat, gain a stack granting 3 armor and magic resist up to 10. Okay. At max stacks, become empowered. Instantly draining enemies around you for 4% of your maximum HP. And doubling your resistances from the stacks until the end of combat. What? So you get 30 bonus armor and MR for being in combat for over 10 seconds. Then you drain them for 4% of their max HP each around you. And then it doubles the resistances to 60. So, I mean, this is obviously an insane tank item. You think of champs like Maokai and shit like that. I'm already thinking in my head of like Maokai, Conqueror Maokai or something with this item just fucking murdering everyone with like a demonic embrace or something. I don't know, like a fucking Swain could build it as well, yeah. I don't know. I would need to test it. But, I mean, on paper, if you say 4% max HP with 60 armor and MR for 10%
Love
combat...
You make less than 3.
It also depends on how long... Because you can stack... Like, if you imagine combat in your head, the idea would be that you can stack combat by not fighting, by poking, right? You can stack combat like that, right? You don't have to be in their face in a 5v5. It's like Conqueror, you know? You can stack it up.
Tank and if top rushing this item, it's fucking lit, fam. Let's go.
It sucks. Odo thinks it sucks. But if Odo thinks it sucks, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sold. I don't think it sucks. You're draining... Actually, I don't know. Interesting. I would need to see it in action. Because basically what it's doing is it's a max stacks. You're instantly draining enemies around 4% HP. Boom. Is that it? Done? That's it? You just drain them once? 4%? Done? You know? That's it.
I'm just gonna leave this here. If any bot lane roams mid or
what's the range? What's the definition of around you? You know? This could just be... What is it? You drain them for 4% of your max HP in the backline. 2 people and that's it? Done? 60 seconds? I don't know. We'll see. Radiant Virtue. 400 health, 30 MR, so it's basically the same stats. Guiding Light. Upon casting your ultimate, you transcend, increasing your maximum HP by 10% for 9 seconds. While transcended, you and your allies within 1,200 range of you gain 25 non-ultimate ability haste. You and your allies will also heal for 1.5% of your max HP every 3 seconds, increased up to 100 based on that champion's missing health. Healing is doubled on yourself. How do they come up with these ideas? Jesus Christ. So... You ult, you transcend. You get 10% max HP. While you're ulted and transcended for 9 seconds, all of your allies will gain 25 ability haste, non-ultimate, and they'll heal for 1.5% of your max HP every 3 seconds. So they'll tick 3 times. Increased by up to 100% based on their missing health. Interesting. So it can go up to 3% then, right? It can go up to 3% max healing every 3 seconds. So most case you could get like 9% of your HP healed onto your allies. If they're all around you. Yeah. Sounds pretty strong. I feel like this is one of those items that won't go on a frontline tank, but it'll go on something weird. You know what I'm saying? Like a weird champ, like Taric will have this, for example. Oh my god, what's up? You're playing a horror game? Jesus. Iceborne Gauntlet, 400 health, 40 armor, 20 ability haste. Basically the same here, 10 armor instead, no more armor. Spellblade. Oh, dude, Iceborne Gauntlet, it's back. After using an ability, your next attack is enhanced with an additional 100% base AoE physical damage and creates a frost field for 2.5 seconds. Enemies that move across the field are slowed. Your primary target is slowed for double the amount and has their damage against reduced by 10%. I don't remember exactly what the old Iceborne Gauntlet did, but they're basically bringing it back. But the old Iceborne Gauntlet had mana on it, didn't it? So Ezreal won't be able to use this as effectively, but it's Spellblade on it. I don't know who would use this, because Maybe it's fine still. I don't know. We'll just move on. I don't want to spend too much time on this. But looks cool. Interesting. Nice that they brought this item back. Goliath, because not having mana on it just... Oh, that's I think it hurts it a bit. I think this is more of like a... Maybe like a Gnar item or something. I don't know. Feels odd. But then Gnar doesn't have his mythic. Right. Oh, there. Goliath's Ascendery. 800 health, 200% base HP regen, 20 ability haste. Colossal Consumption. Charge up powerful attack against a champion over 3 seconds while within 600 range of them.
Do you think the lane XP will be tied to champions or the actual lane? Won't we go back to like Season 7 where bot lane goes top from level 1?
No, they're going to make it mid and top only, the champs, I think. Colossal Consumption, charge up a powerful attack against champion up for 3 seconds while within 600 range of them. The charge attack drains the target, dealing 5... I'm going to mute alerts. 1 sec. Dealing 5 plus 10% of your maximum health with bonus physical damage and healing you for the same amount. You permanently gain max HP equal to 15% of the drain, 30-second cooldown. 50 plus 10% of your max HP as bonus physical damage. This one looks pretty strong, actually. This is a full tank item. This one looks really nice. Rod of Ages! Rod of Ages, baby. This item has always been one of my favorite items ever. It's actually so nice that they brought it back. Someone just tweets on the tweet, I could give you my Rod of Ages. No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. Alright. 60 AP, 300 health, 300 mana. I think that was roughly what it was before. This item gains 20 health, 20 mana, and 4 ability power every minute. Up to 10 times. For a maximum of 200 health, 200 mana, and 40 AP. Upon reaching max stacks, gain a level. Gain a level. So this item is going to have 100 AP. 500 HP. It's going to have 500 mana. It's going to give you 5 ability haste per legendary. So it has CDR on it. And it gives you a level. That's the... I mean, Caedrel is just going to be broken as fuck, isn't it? I mean, I feel like you could build this on multiple champs rather than just Caedrel. Sylas, yeah, Sylas could be good with this item. Rise, maybe, yeah. Diana, like, any bruisery mage is good with this. Jesus Christ. That's strong. That's pretty strong. I think that's pretty strong. What happens if you buy Rod of Ages, get a level up, and you sell it? You keep the level up? Probably, right? Catalyst of Aeons. Yes, they brought Catalyst back. Restore mana equal to 15% of damage taken from champions and health equal to 20% of mana spent. Up to 15 health per cast. Toggle abilities can only heal up to 50. Oh, yes. Catalyst was such a nice mid lane item rush. Abyssal Mask. 500 health, 300 mana, 40 MR, 10 ability haste. Eternity. Restore mana equal to 15% of damage taken from champions and health equal to 20% mana spelled. It's basically Catalyst. Curse nearby enemy champions, reducing their magic resist by 5 plus 1.5% bonus health. For each cursed enemy, gain magic resist. A champion can only be cursed once at a time. Nice. So this is a legendary item, right? Yeah, this is a legendary. This is not a mythic. Basically the same thing. Basically the same thing again. Sunfire Aegis, no longer a mythic. Interesting. So they've taken the MR off it, bumped the armor up, and they've reverted it back to what Sunfire Cape was, basically, right? It's basically what Sunfire Cape was before, right? It was built out of like a chain vest. I can't remember what it built out of. Balmison or something. Turbo Chemtech no longer a mythic. Wow. So it's basically back to Righteous Glory. Kind of. No armor on it though. It's just MR. Randuin's Omen. 400 health, 70 armor. I do not know what the exact numbers of Randuin's armor are, so I guess they changed a bit. Reduce incoming attacks, briefly slowing. Oh, they changed the active on it. Just goes back to slowing. Wait, wasn't that the old Randuin's Omen? It slowed you or something, or it slowed your attack speed? I can't remember. Spear of Shojin. Spear of Shojin's back, boys. Spear of Shojin is back. 65 AD, 300 health, 20 ability haste. Dragon Force. Oh, here it comes. Your non-ultimate spells gain 6 plus 10% of bonus AD for melee champs, 6% for AD range champs, ability haste, and reduced to 3 plus 5% ability haste for immobilizing spells. Exigency, gain up to increased movement speed based on your missing health. So it doesn't have the... It doesn't have... What did Spear of Shojin used to do? Didn't it used to like... What the fuck did it used to do? It used to... It didn't reduce your ult cooldown, did it? What did it do? Did it reduce your ult cooldown? It did reduce your ult cooldown. Oh, so they basically changed it then. Because now your non-ultimate spells gain ability haste. And reduced to so-and-so for ability haste immobilizing spells. And you gain movement speed based on your missing health. Interesting. It's a bit of a different item now. Oh yeah, it was your CDR autos after ulting. Yeah, I remember now. I remember. Ravenous Hydra. 65 AD, 20% ability, 9% Omnivamp Cleave. Attacks and abilities, physical damage to other enemies with units. Gain 0.5 AD or 0.1% Omnivamp when you kill an enemy, stacking up to 25 and 5%. Lose 50% of these stacks on death. Huh? Wow. So you buy Ravenous, go side lane, and don't die. That's really cool actually. It's like a... Is it like old BT? Yeah. Each target once per attacker ability every 10 seconds. Cleave does not trigger on structures. And that concludes the end of the 2023 preseason preview. PB preview. Wow. Actually not bad. I think this is a pretty good preseason. Buffing top lane. Buffing tanks, it looks like. Bringing back old school items. More communication in games. More experience for solo lanes. And all of a sudden, I have a fucking starter Pokemon. Charmander, Blastoise, or Bulbasaur. So, we got the best of both worlds. We got the best of both worlds. No support changes. Fuck that role. No AD changes. Fuck that cringe role. Nerf mid lane. Buff top lane. Change jungle. Nice. Top jungle. Good for me. So, it looks like they level up. This is your Charizard. This is your Blastoise. And this is your Venusaur. This is how they evolve. I think this is the only thing that I'm unsure on. Because it says jungle improvements. I feel like it should not be titled jungle improvements. It should be jungle Pokemon starter pack. Can we change it? What's that button you press to change the script inside the thing? There we go. Fixed! Fixed.